Hey guys, welcome back to a Spoonieful podcast. Um, Today is actually the first podcast of July, so I first want to say, happy new month, new blessings, new opportunities, just um new experiences, and I'm really, really grateful for the opportunity to kind of come and talk to you guys about this. And if you are listening to this, then this doesn't apply to you. But I'm doing something different today. I am actually recording the pod while I'm doing something else. So for those of you who don't know, I'm really, really creative and just artsy fartsy. And I just thoroughly enjoy doing arts and creative things. And sometimes when I have a lot of excess energy, I really, really prefer to just do stuff with my hands. So maybe even after you are done listening to this, or maybe you'll pause and head on over to the YouTube channel, and you can find me with, I think, just Google is was will be on YouTube, and you'll find me. So if you hear some background noises, that's just me doing art stuff. Right now I'm taking some tape because I want to tape off the canvas that I'll be working on today while I'm talking to you guys. But anyway, yes, happy new month. Happy July. If you guys cannot believe it, yeah, it's July. Half of 2021 is over, and it's just amazing to me how quickly time flies. When I was younger, I know a lot of kids used to like, oh, I can't wait till I get older and do this. I don't ever believe I was one of those children who actually wanted to like really grow up, because my mom never made seem me like being an adult was like that fun. Like, she was always stressed out kind of. So sorry. That's why I feel like I probably was not in a rush to grow up. But time definitely is like going by exponentially fast. Since I've been an adult, since I've had an illness, as I said last month, I just celebrated 5 years, and it just feels like I was diagnosed. So, yeah. But anyway, just going in the topic of it being July, and I had come to the table with like a myriad of ideas of what I wanted to talk to you guys about, and I apologize if I'm kind of all over the place. But the thing that's mostly on my heart right now is that the world is opening back up, y'all. I mean, the world has been opening back up for a while. I'm not sure if you guys are, going to work or going back to normal, if you guys have gotten the vax, or if you guys haven't gotten the vax. I mean, this is not that type of forum, and I'm not here to lecture anybody on the decisions that they make that is best for them and their lives. However, for me, as a person with a chronic illness, I'm a little alarmed, if I may say so, and I shall say so, actually. So, they've opened up the world, and I guess for those who have been trapped inside the house, it definitely feels like, a breath of fresh air. Like, finally, you get to go out, you're no longer stuck in the house. But, me and possibly most of you guys, if you are someone who has a chronic illness or is immunocompromised, or, your symptoms flare up and it doesn't allow you full, you know, mobility, or just, being outside, the world opening up is not really that exciting. I have a list of concerns, but so I don't know if you guys follow me on Instagram. If you don't, you should head on over there. But one of the reels, because IG has the reels, and I try to keep up with the kids, but I'm not as consistent as I should be. Don't worry, I will be coming forward. Um, One of the reels I posted recently was about how my group chat is popping, because all my friends are talking about all the things they want to do and the plans they're making for Vaxed and Waxed summer 21. And I'm sitting there listening, and I'm reading because it's a group chat, and I'm just like, that doesn't apply to me because I have an autoimmune disease. And even if it wasn't COVID, I wasn't going to be outside that much because heat, as I've talked about, is a trigger for me. Like, heat makes me miserable, and it's just a recipe for not feeling good, basically, in my book. But yeah, so a lot of people responded really, really well to um that reel that I posted because they could relate, as far as like everybody is so excited for the world to be opening up, and here we are, just ourselves still, and having to deal with the parallels of not only it being summer, and possibly having to deal with, heat triggers and different things of that nature. But on top of that, the virus is still out here, and it's not 100%. But I believe the word I'm looking for is efficacy, and it's a very weird place for me to be because as someone with a chronic illness, clearly I'm not saying that medicine doesn't work, because I have to rely on medicine sometimes to get where I need to be. But I'm still one of those people who are kind of leery on the vaccine and if it's really working. And then every time I turn around, it seems like there's a new variant, and there's new research, and there's new this and there's new that. And just to reaffirm that we really don't know what the heck we're talking about when it comes to this vaccine. And so I feel like we're rushing it, but that's besides the point. That's not the point. The point is that someone with an autoimmune disease or a chronic illness, specifically one that has a heat trigger, summer ain't my friend. So what is this changing? What is the vaccine changing? What is this Vaxed and Wax summer? I was trying to think of a equally what is it? An equally uh clever way to talk about illness, but I couldn't find anything. If you do have something, shoot me a DM and I'll give you credit, because I want something to say besides Vax no wax. But I get it. People are excited. They've been in the house. I've been in the house for 5 years. I get how it could be a little exhausting and you may not want to be in there anymore. But hey, yes. So those are my concerns about being vaxxed and waxed, and just overall feeling like you don't belong. It's just further divides the line. I think when everyone was home, it was okay. We didn't feel as alone in our struggles because, boom, everyone was home with us. You know what I'm saying? Like, we finally felt like the world understood what it was like to be confined and constricted because of an illness. Now here we are, the world's opening up again, and the divide is getting wider. You know what I'm saying? It's becoming more and more like the Grand Canyon to me, and just the communication that I have, like I said, with my family and friends, and even just expectations of people. People expect that, the vaccine is here. Hey, we can go out. We can get back to business normal, or they're ready to celebrate. I have I have a lot of friends' birthdays who are coming up in the summer. Summer is very big season for me, well, for my friends rather. And but most of them are pretty low key, still, not really pressed to do a whole bunch. But then you have some friends who are very, very outgoing and extroverted people who are making all these elaborate plans for their birthdays, and really wanting me to go and different things of that nature. And I don't want to be that stick in the mud that says, nah, that's not for me. But at the same time, y'all, I don't think that's for me. And I feel bad. It makes me feel like a flaky friend or like a bad friend, because I always want people to do stuff for me for my birthday, but my birthday is in the fall, which makes it easier as far as like heat to do things. And also I don't really have too many friends in general, so I don't want to be around a whole bunch of people. I'm kind of introverted, if you guys didn't know. So it's just a weird place to be, because I'm just realizing that once again, my friends I don't want to say they're leaving me behind, because they're trying to include me, but I just don't feel like I'm going to fit in. I don't want to go there, be outdoors or be the party pooper or not be in the vibes, because I'm, number one, the only person still sitting at the table with their mask, because hey, you guys are vaccinated, wax, and feeling free, and I'm still looking at you over the brim of my glasses like the librarian telling you to be quiet. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be that person being the fun police at everyone's birthdays. So it's just, I'm just kind of still wrapping my mind around how to best navigate those type of situations, and I'm wondering if any of you guys are as well. So if you are, please, shoot me a DM or email me at iswaswillbeblog at gmail.com and let me know your thoughts on the situation if you've encountered it, what your method of handling it is. I personally, because I do a lot of journaling and stuff, have just resolved that I um, want to kind of just show myself compassion, because even before COVID, I was a person who was in the house and not able to, fully participate in different things the way that my friends and family would want me to. But knowing that it's not my fault, and it's not because I don't want to show up for them, it's because of my illness and the nature of the beast, and just reminding myself of those things, that I'm not a bad person because I'm concerned about COVID post the vaccination being released. And I'm not a bad person because I can't commit to doing different activities with my friends, for their birthdays when they come about, because boom, it's just my illness. Like, I have an illness. I have to do what's best for me, because me overexerting myself to celebrate someone else is being unauthentic and untrue and not taking care of myself. And we all know that I preach, I like yell it from the rooftops. If I could yodel, I would yodel it. That we have to put up boundaries and do, like, some focus work for ourselves. I mean, it's only right. To me, it's only right. But anyway, so beyond just, the world opening up. So I like to hearken it to, hey, everyone thinks we're free now. And it's funny that the 4th of July is right around the corner, celebrating freedom. And we're not even going to get speaking on that. But the world pretty much thinks it's free now. The doors have opened. We are out. The restaurants are open. You got deals. You got sales. You got vacations. You got the flights harkening up. You got just so many different elements occurring. And of course, the employers, that's where I was going with this. The employers expect for you to take your round brown back inside the office. Now, I have been super blessed, and I think I've mentioned that multiple times before, that my employer has not, so far pressured me to come into the office. However, I do feel that pressure. I do feel like, hey, I'm letting people down, or I'm not earning, sorry about that pop sound, my keep or my pay, because I still telework mostly during the week, or I do a 50-50, and that's because I was put on a reasonable accommodation. However, that is not status quo for my organization, nor is that what they've made it abundantly clear by releasing different documents and policies, that that's not the tone of the organization. And so that puts me in a weird position, because I feel like my job isn't safe. I feel like at any moment, if I am not going to return to work in a full-time capacity, never mind that they have, removed some of the restrictions, like taking temperatures at the front door, and what else have they done? I feel like it's kind of crazy. The elevator restrictions, and, oh, you don't have to wear a mask inside. Things that, had me feeling slightly comfortable, able to walk into the building and just make it to my office and close the door and, hold myself hostage in there until it was time for me to go. Those things are being cast aside. They're a thing of the past, because everyone is feeling safer and letting their guards down. But I'm not. And so now to be in a position where you fear that you may lose your livelihood if you don't risk your health is a weird and unfortunate place to be. And I hate feeling like that. And it's just a lot of pressure, because I feel like, hey, I have to go in. Not only am I letting down people and who have been, yeah, accommodating to a point, because I don't think if it was left up to them that they would be as accommodating. I think because it's law, that they had to be to a certain extent. But, and that was unforeseen circumstance, or not the norm. So being that it's not the norm, and now that they know or feel like they know how to better navigate it, and things are getting back to normal, having all that compassion and different things, it's just really changing the game. And I want to know how you guys are planning to navigate going back to work or not going back to work. I know a lot of people are looking for, more work from home opportunities and opportunities to go into business for themselves, or just do whatever they see fit best for themselves and their lifestyles. And that's really what I would love to do, you guys. I would love to, even before COVID, I always felt a calling beyond what my current full-time position is. It's just not what I feel like my passion is, not what I feel like I was put on this earth to do. But, just got to pay bills, and plus they got the really good health insurance, which comes in handy when you have, dun, 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 say it with me, a chronic illness. So what else do you do besides, bite the bullet and make sacrifices? And again, these are all things that I'm working towards because I want to live an authentic life. I don't want to be in a job that I don't feel like serves me in my greatest capacity, or that I'm not living my truth. You get what I'm saying? I hope somebody here gets what I'm saying. I don't know who it's for, but yes, those are the things that I'm kind of wrestling with. And it's weird because, people think we're free, but as we get closer to 4th of July, a day of freedom, and as we get these vaccines, which are supposed to free up the world and open things back up and the economy and just freedom to travel, freedom to leave the house without fear, I feel more trapped than ever. Isn't that strange? The things that are supposed to make me feel more free have made me feel more trapped. I feel trapped in my home because I can't leave, because I don't know if when I step out of my house, someone who, has been anti-mask from the beginning and just really, really reckless is walking around claiming that they had the vaccine and don't have the vaccine at all, and now are putting me at risk. I'm in bondage about what to do about my job situation. I feel like I can't hang out with my friends the same way. So it's just a lot of changes. And as I come around the corner to 4th of July, again, just wrapping it all up, I want to say that the only thing that I really want to feel free in, I want to feel free in a lot of things, but I want to give us permission to be ourselves. Feel free to be you. Feel free to be ill, whatever that looks like. Be free enough to be your authentic self and live in your truth.
Before I forget, if you guys liked this style of me, doing art and doing the pod, let me know in the comments below and I will continue doing it.
So, that is all I have for you guys today. I actually finished my little painting. It did not come out the way I wanted to, but that is life, right? And I think it still kind of looks cute. I may do something different with it or wait till it settles. But that is all. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I will talk to you all next week. And until next week, be ill.